Alright, y'all, what up? It's Matt Shop. So I've been working on this four-wheeler right here. And if y'all haven't checked out those videos, or if you missed them, make sure to check the card up here, because I'll link to those videos, and in the description I'll link to them. I'm making this little series on fixing up this four-wheeler I bought on Marketplace for cheap. And I'm, doing stuff on it. I got that all cleaned up. The exhaust is pretty dirty, so I'm about to take it off and clean it up and paint it today. So I got a mess everywhere as usual. So I got that part still on there, and the other piece is over here, and you can see it's pretty gnarly. I mean, it's got that caked on mud and some corrosion and stuff. So I'm gonna get it all nice and pretty and all cleaned up. And you can see I already took some steel wool to this, but I'm not going to wire wheel that because it's going to get into, this is galvanized, I'm sure. And if I really get into it with something like that, it's going to mess it all up. So I'm going to have to take these bolts out, and I already oiled them, but I got to take those out to get this heat shield off of here and lay that somewhere where it doesn't get lost. And then I think this is just this one big nut right here. At least it's looking like. And I'm going to take that off and get it all wire wheeled or Scotch Brite pad on the die grinder, whatever it takes to get it nice and cleaned up. And I got some high-temp paint that I'm going to paint it with. And I'm going to paint it black. It's kind of busy work, but I'm waiting on motor parts and stuff. So I figured I'd just restore this exhaust while I'm at it. And I don't think this has, you can't take it apart. It's got like metal baffles in it. It's not like packing that you can take apart because it's all welded together. So I'm gonna get this thing off here, and then we're gonna get it wire wheeled and painted up. Alright, so these bolts are not fun to get off. I had to weld a nut to the top of that one and then back it out. But they use these Allen bolts like that. You can't even grab it with vice grips hardly, and the Allen key, of course, just strips right out. So I grabbed most of them with vice grips and got those loose. And then, I don't need to show you how to take it apart. I mean, I'm sure you can figure it out, but just, the clamps, get the clamp bolts off, and I got all these that broke loose with the impact. But on these, they're a pain in the butt to get off because they're stuck on there. So I just grabbed them with vice grips, and then broke them loose, and then got them all the way out with the Allen key. But I need to take all these out. You can see what I had to do to get the other one off. Yeah. So I'm going to get y'all on the tripod, and we're just going to get to going on this thing. I'm going to take all these nuts off, all these bolts off, and make sure you know which way this thing goes. So you can see, and I need to do this for my reference. It goes just like that. Okay, and then this one is weird. Okay, that's a separate piece right there. And then that one goes like that. Yeah, so. Go easy on the impact. It'll bend these things right up, apparently. Should have got the air ratchet, but this has got little washers behind it. What the heck is that? It's got these little fiber washers behind it. I don't know. I guess I'll just put them right back in there. Huh. Okay. Put it all back where it's supposed to go, please. So this one goes on here, 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 here. I mean, I'm not gonna have it apart for long, so you know, I don't really care. I'll put it back. Okay, so that slid on there. That was weird. That slid on there, but lay these to the side. Now, I already washed this thing, and it didn't do much good, obviously, because, well, you know how it is cleaning these exhaust pipes. It's impossible to clean with a washer, so pressure washer. So that would come off, but I don't care. I'm tempted to get the grinder and the flap disc, but I'm gonna try this little die grinder out with what's it called, wire wheel on it, and I'll put links in the description to all the tools I'm using in this video. So check out those links if y'all want to pick up one of these, or you know, the little wire wheels, because the ones that I'm using are rated for die grinders like 20,000 RPMs, not a drill, which is like 4,500, and they'll come apart. So let me go grab my stuff and we'll be back. All right, so I want to show y'all what I got going real quick. I got this super heavy duty wire cup wheel. That's probably gonna be good for that. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I got a medium one on there right now, and I got this little Scotch Brite pad, if I can speak right. And I'm gonna use that, you know, as a finisher. But if y'all are using the wire wheels, always wear a face shield. I don't care who you are. Wear a face shield. I've had these things come off and stick in my lips and cause my lips to bleed, stick in my face, pull them out with tweezers. Use this thing. One of those things in your eye and you're blind for life. That's before. That's before. That's after. So I'm gonna get this thing all cleaned up here. The compressor's running in the background. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up here, and then we'll check back when it's ready for a lick of paint. All right, now it's time for paint. I got this high heat Rust-Oleum 2000 degrees, but it's flat black. And when I say flat black, I mean flat, flat, flat as like charcoal flat. So I'm not using that. It would be a good base or something to put another, coat on top of. But what I'm going to use is the High Heat Ultra barbecue paint because I already had it and I'm not going back to the store. So I already acetoned everything. Let's get this thing painted up. All right, she's looking good. She's looking hella good. So I would never do this on a real exhaust, like an aftermarket exhaust. And I know the lighting is poor out here, but let's see if we can get a close up here. I would never do this on a real exhaust, like like a titanium exhaust or whatever they call them, where they have all those special coatings and all that stuff on there. I would never do that. I'm just trying to make it look, like the stock ones in the showroom have, they're like black and they're just simple and just clean. That's kind of what I'm trying to put it back to. I'm not, I would never paint plastics. I would never do any of that stupid, what. I'm just trying to clean this thing up a little bit. I'll show you the look I'm going for here. So here's a 2-stroke exhaust here. This is kind of the look I'm going for, right? Just like that black, simple look. So I'm just trying to make it, I know it's not going to be perfect. It's an exhaust pipe. It gets crap caked on it and stuff, but hopefully that paint will help and it won't rust through and stuff. But this is kind of just what I'm going for on that. So I'm going to let it dry and then we're going to let it cure, for a little bit. And then we're going to get it back bolted up here and then we'll be done. Alright y'all, so that's it for the video. You can see it's all bolted up now. I got new bolts and lock washers and all that fun stuff. It's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. And it's looking really clean. So, unfortunately, I can't crank her up because there's no engine. So, y'all will see why that is in the future vid. Probably the next video in the series here. But you can see all you got to do is just rotate that thing around and stick it in the end of the engine to, bolt it back together. But that's it for the video, guys. Make sure to drop me a huge thumbs up down below. And don't forget to comment and subscribe for the next part of this series and so that y'all can hear this thing run in the future. But for now, y'all, I'm out. Peace.